Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I want to talk about what a lot of people want, especially a lot of people that I know don't really want to work for other people. But the thing is that they don't really understand systems. They don't understand how to build a business. You see, even if you don't work for somebody else, maybe you're self-employed, maybe you're an accountant, maybe you're a doctor, maybe you have your own office space where you can make $100,000, $200,000 a year. So you're a great self-employed person. You no longer work for someone. However, if you go on vacation, your job does not function at maximum capacity without you. In order to be a business person, you need jobs, you need businesses that function when you're not there. So you can go on vacation, you can take time off, and you understand that that money is going to continue to circulate, that is going to continue to come in, and is going to continue to cash flow for you. In order to do that, you need to build a system and have processes in place that validate your ability to do those things. And this is why I only invest and do business with businesses that can run without me. If not, then I would become a self-employed person where I have to continuously run my own business, right? Now, the reason I'm talking about systems today is because a lot of people believe that, oh, if I don't work for somebody, I can do it all by myself. So, for example, I almost bought a restaurant. The reason for buying a restaurant is so that I can not work for someone else. But in that process, what is going to happen? I'm going to work longer hours. I'm going to work longer days. I may work 7 days a week if an employee calls off or gets fired. But in order to maximize that business, what I would need is a business that can run by itself. In order to do that, what if I had 4 restaurants, which were like McDonald's, and I had one overseer who had this cush position and would oversee things to the extent to where I will always have a general manager in each portion of that business. In each store, there's a general manager. There's one overseer. In order to do that, you need a lot of capital. A lot of people don't have that capital. So how do you grow a business to where you have 4 franchises, one overseer, to where you can step away and you only talk to one person about what all those 4 stores are doing, right? Because if you put yourself in that one business, that store has to open every single day for you to make that money to buy the next store. And while you're buying that next store, you want to make sure that it's in a proximity to where you're still able to travel to it. You're still able to monitor it. You're still able to get that growth. I know people who own 2 stores and they work like maniacs. One store is self-sufficient, the other one isn't, right? So how do you get to a point where you have the right people in place to where it's not, and you cannot just depend on the people, right? How attractive is the environment? How attractive is the system that you've built? So in doing so, you have to understand what is going to attract someone to your job. How can you pay them to stay? How can you influence them to stay? What amenities, what do you offer as an employer to make this a lucrative deal? For example, in real estate, if my floors were dirty, if the house was unkept, if the value that I was providing was insufficient, who would pay for it? All I technically have to do is hire a maid once every 2 weeks. That's $50, $100. Boom, home is clean. Every 4 to 5 years, repair the floors, paint the house. Everyone is happy, it's brand new, and I'm getting the money. And all I needed to do was contact 2 people. I got rid of the middleman. I no longer have a property manager. I'm still able to go on those vacations. Still able to run a flawless system. Why is that? It's because I put the time in. It's because I put the effort into building a system that actually works, with or without me. When people do these Airbnbs, when people do these short-term rentals, They have electric key boxes. They have all these things in place. They have all this apps, all this data, all this technology. They have cleaning services that will come in the house, inspect it, push the keypad, and leave. They have video monitoring surveillance cameras. They have all these systems in place because they understand that without me there, I need to ensure that this business runs. And once that thing is booked for that next 30 days, they can go on and do something else. And then they go back to work for 1 or 2 days and then go on and do something else. And if the business scales to where they no longer want to manage it, they'll get somebody in there to manage all of those technical things, pay them $50,000 while they make $200,000 on the back end. So again, how are you going to move from employee to self-employed to business? Or how are you going to move from self-employed to business? Or how are you going to move from employee to business? And what system are you going to create in order to maximize that? If you are not building a system around your business, if you are not building parameters around your business, if you are not building a safety cushion for your business, you will eventually fail in that business. And the biggest reason that businesses fail is for lack of funding, lack of investing, lack of money, and then lack of systems being in place. So for example, I must ensure that I always have cash in order for my system to flourish, in order for the unexpected to not be a big disaster, for me to always have that calm demeanor so that people understand that this situation is under control. It's okay. Nothing bad is going to happen. I understand what is going on and I can fix what is going on. It is also good to have second layers insurance, homeowners insurance, renters insurance, all these things in place, because that gives you additional layers of protection. Then it's good to have your lease in place, right? I will not accept payment without a lease. There's good reason for it, right? These are the parameters that protect me and my tenants as well. So again, creating these systems, abiding by these systems, you can find it by watching businesses, studying businesses, understanding businesses. If you're an accountant and you've been in a business for 11 to 12 years, you probably know the whole business in and out. You understand the system. You can now go ahead and build your own business, utilizing that system as a blueprint, right? In today's day and age in society, we see the companies that are robust, moving, growing, hustling and bustling and doing things. We understand what companies are paying to get maximum effort without going way too overboard and paying $100,000 like Google was for software engineers and computer engineers. We understand what that medium threshold is to where you can get great productivity and excellence without having to overpay. So again, now that we understand the financial threshold, we got to understand what makes people tick, what makes people feel good about going into work, what makes people feel as though they should be at this workplace and this job, and why this provides them the best opportunity for success. And then to do that every single day and do that every single day, right? Because I was in the restaurant industry, I felt the restaurant industry was a system that I've understood. And because I understood it, that I should go into it. But that's not necessarily the case. Why not build a system around a business that a lot of people want to do, where when you buy that business, it's 11 million, it's 12 million, 10 million, and not just 3 million, which is the going rate for like a McDonald's franchise, or 50,000, which is the going rate for a Subway, right? So understand what systems you want to build, how much income can that generate, and then how do you remove yourself from the business? Because you are self-sufficient. That business is self-sufficient, right? You don't want to be stuck in that self-employed category unless that is what you want. If you want to work every single day for yourself and not for a company, or if you want to work for a company and stay an employee, you can do all those things. That's perfectly fine. But for those who want to be in that business sector, what systems are you building in order to build that business and maximize yourself, maximize your profits, and maximize your financial freedom, right? If you like this video, make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe. If you want me to talk more about things like this, please make sure you comment down below, and I'll be sure to speak about that more in future videos. All right, peace.